know that Tisha B'Av is a different holiday. It's a holiday, but it's a different one. Every holiday is a happy one, and we always have something to hold in our hand. Either it's a lulav, a trog, a sefer Torah, the matzah, the wine. Every holiday there is something that symbols the holiday. Tisha B'Av, the only symbol that we have left is, you know what it is? Tears. Tears! That's what Hashem wants from us. Who cares for Hashem? You can care for Hashem only if you care for each other. But if you care only for each other and you don't care for Hashem, impossible. Because it's written, V'talmud Torah keneged kulam. In order to care for your friend, you have to learn Torah. Otherwise, you will not know what it means, Bechlal. I'll tell you a story how far it can go. My sister have a neighbor in Bnei Brak. And he is a Rosh Yeshiva in a place called Or Yehuda. His name is Rav Postavsky. My sister told me that one day she is on the terrace, it was hot day, and the van that brings back the kids from the yeshiva just came in. The Rebbitzin was waiting for her son to get off the bus. He came down from the back door. He was the last one to go down. The driver did not pay attention. He closed the door. The child was not out yet. His foot got stuck by the door. And the driver started to drive. And my sister see all this, and the mother also, both of them. And the child fell on the street. They were screaming to the driver, "Stop!" He stopped, but he took reverse. And he went over the child. And the child next to his mother. There's nothing to do with him. Could you imagine what devastated she was? How devastated she was? You know what it means to see something like that in front of your eyes? I don't know how come she didn't lose her mind. The driver, was a religious person. He had a trauma. He stopped driving. That's it. He couldn't come to comfort them in the 7 days because he felt it's my fault. When the Shiva was over, the driver is still home, depressed. He hears knocking on the door. He went to open the door. Who is there? The Rosh Yeshiva and the Rebbitzin were standing by the door. He said to himself, "That's it. I'm done. Now they're going to give it to me." Instead of him saying one word, they're jumping on him and say, "How come you're not coming back to take our kids? What happened to you?" He said, did you come here to pour more oil into the fire? They said, no. You have a family. You have a wife. And you have a kid. You have to come back to work. He said, I can't. They told him, you have to. He says, I can't sit on the wheel. The Rosh Yeshiva said, I will sit next to you. It wasn't your fault. Hashem decided to take him away. It's not your fault. You're coming back to work. He says, I can't. He said, I will help you. I will sit next to you. He said, but you have to go to yeshiva. He said, that's my problem. It's not your problem. My problem is to put you back to work. Who can do something like that? And every time I goes there to visit, I see the husband and the wife, walking, and I'm looking at them, and I want to tell them, you two guys are two heroes. You're exactly what the Torah says. That's called Ahavat Israel. To care for every Jew, even though you got hurt. That's what we have to do. We say today, enough tears. I don't have any more tears. I'm sorry. I spend them all in my shul. But I want to tell you one thing about we're not crying on spilled milk. We cannot cry. We have to cry of what's going on now. How are we going to get out of it? How? We hear so many lectures, excellent ones. Each one is better than the other one. I come as the last one just to waste your time until the mincha time, But where are we going to learn? So let's go to the Torah for a second. And we see what is the main problem. When Yaakov Avinu had the meeting with Esav, the Parashat Vayishlach, it's written there that he was sending gifts to the brothers. And he told them, and it's written, listen to what it's written there. ויצב גם את הראשון, גם את השני, גם את ההולכים אחרי העדרים לאמור. Why the Torah has to say 3 times gam? What does gam mean? Also, right? No, not in this case. In this case, gam means the Gimel is Goel. Mem is Moshe. Moshe had also the same problem. The second one is Mordechai. Beshushan Avira, Goel Mordechai. And the third one, Goel Mashiach. We have to learn from what Yaakov did, Moshe did, Mordechai did, and then we'll know what we have to do. We will not waste time. We're reading in the Torah, Moshe says, Hashem, it's going to be a Chilul Hashem. למה יאמרו מצרים לאמור ברעה הוציאם? The Egyptian will say, Hashem took him out because he wanted to kill him in the desert. Your name is going to be Chilul Hashem, is going to be Chilul Hashem. And Hashem bought it. Mordechai didn't bow down to Haman. They said, why you don't want to? He said, it's a Chilul Hashem. I'm not going to bow down. So if we want to bring the temple back, if we want the third one to come back over here, you know what we have to do? Stop making Chilul Hashem. What is Chilul Hashem? If a person will take his friend to the Goyish court, we should put him in Cherem. Why? Because he's saying the Goyim knows how to judge better than the Jews. Such a Chilul Hashem. You can't have worse than this. We learn from Hannah, a lady, Hannah. She wanted a child. 19 years she didn't have a child. 19 years. Could you imagine? And she is saying to Hashem, Ribono shel olam, you gave me legs, you gave me hands. All the organs are functioning very well. You gave me also organs to nurse a child. Why don't you give me a child? If you see the prayer, ותתפלל חנה, not ותתפלל חנה אל השם, to Hashem like we all do, ותתפלל חנה על השם. Hashem, I feel bad for you, not for myself. If you want to give me a child or not in my hands. But what other people will say, your creation is not complete. Your organs are not perfect. Give me a child, at least I can go next to my friends and says, Hashem is perfect. Are we crying for HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Or are we crying for ourselves? Who are we crying for? I'll tell you what. Just by being here, I got, 20 questions on my phone, my poor phone. Soon I have to change it. What time can we eat meat? Tonight? Why not? Isn't it a shame? We don't care. Why we cannot have meat? What Hashem is asking you already, what? Just don't eat meat for 9 days. Oy vavoy. Why? What to do with the remaining of Shabbat food? We can eat it, we cannot eat it. That's your problem, Be'emet, that's your problem. It reminds me of a story, I have Yaakov Herman. There is a book called All for the Boss. Once the reforms, they made over here a night to collect money for the Jews, that the city was destroyed in the Holocaust. They wanted to show how good they are. So they decided to make a dinner When? Erev Kippur. Erev Kippur. Knowing that the rabbis, the real one, will not come, so they can show to the whole world that they are the real Jews. They sent Rabbi Herman also invitation, knowing that he will not come. It's a kol nidre night. What is he going to do there? What do you think happened? When the tefillah was over, with his kittel, with a talis over his head, he said to his gabayim, let's go to the dinner. It's a dinner. He walks in, no sidurim, of course, no machzorim, only food, Leil Kippur, very nice. They saw him, they got, wow, what is he doing here? And he walked in like an angel, you know, all white, a tall man. They, no, what are you going to do? They put him on the podium. Listen, then the organizer, they said, maybe the Rav will speak. He says, of course, that's why I came for. And he got up and listened to the story very carefully. I think we are in the same situation we are. He said in the old time, in Europe, people used to hire the Rabbi to come to the house to teach the kids in the house. He calls it a cheder. So one farmer got a melamed. The melamed name is Shimon. The father's name is Reuven. Okay? Reuven and Shimon. He had two kids. One is Yitzchak, one is Yaakov. The melamed came. First day, they assigned him a room, and they learned, and then he went to sleep. In the middle of the night, Yitzchak, the child, is hearing somebody screaming, shouting, crying. Why? He says, what happened to Rabbi? What happened to him? He went and he says, Rabbi, are you okay? If the salary is not enough, I will talk to my father. Don't worry. You don't have to cry for this one. He told them, no, it's not the salary. I'm crying for the destruction of the temple. Tikkun Chatzot now, Tikkun Chatzot. He said, yes. What is the temple? What is this? So he explained him, Now the child also started to cry. Now we have two people, Shimon and Yitzchak. Meantime, Yaakov walked up. Where is Yitzchak? He hears people crying. He went into the room. He saw the melamed and the brother sitting on the floor crying. Why are you crying? So they told him, the temple, he cried also. Now we have, Baruch Hashem, 3 people. Then the father walked up, Mr. Reuven. He says, who is crying over here? What's going on? He went, he saw his 2 kids and the melamed sitting on the floor, crying. He said, why are you crying? And they told him. Now he started to cry also. Now, Baruch Hashem, we have all of them crying. It was a wintertime night, cold a little bit. The father said, I'm cold, let me bring some drinks so we can get warm up a little bit. He went to bring the schnapps, and they started to drink. Okay, mitzvah goreret mitzvah. A cup went after a cup. 1 cup, 2 cups, 3 cups, until they all became drunk They got up, they were holding hands. He says, the temple was distracted, the temple was distracted. The temple was distracted. Now the wife walked up. Where is my husband? She walks in, oy vavoy. She see 4 drunk people. She said, why are you dancing? So they said, you didn't hear? The temple was destroyed. Come, join the party. Let's go. Rav Herman told them, you are the same thing. It was distraction in Germany. Eat. It's okay. It was, we lost 6 million Jews. Drink. No, yalla, drink. You're so good. He gave it to them. After he left, they all left home. Because he told them, you know where? You all bunch of drunk people. Not even in reality. Do you know how much a Chilul Hashem we see today? I'm ashamed even to tell you. I have a maid in the house. She is not a Jew, a Spanish one. She sees so many people coming in and out. She hears all the screams from my office. And one day she had the guts to ask me, you Jews having also problems, husband and wife? I said, yes, that's why I'm here for. He said, but so many? Why are they screaming? I said to her, Jews like to scream. My stomach turns upside down. She looking at us. We're supposed to be the best ones. So many problems, so many broken home. Children were thrown to the streets. They don't know Abba to go with Ima. That's a Chilul Hashem. A house is destroyed because you don't care for each other. Hashem says, you don't care for me. Why? We don't need a house to be together. Let's take the house out of here. If you want to bring it back, you have to careness. You need careness. One of my Avrechim, he was a newlywed. Some of you may know him. After 2 months, one day he came to the yeshiva. I coming in at 10 o'clock. I see him sleeping on the Gemara. As I told him, excuse me, are you okay? He put his glasses. Oh, it's Rabbi Haimoff. I told him, if you're sick, you have to go home, Habibik. Why did you come? He said, no, I'm not sick, I'm tired. Tired? 10 o'clock in the morning. He said, no, I didn't sleep last night. I said, why not? He says, I don't know. Last night, I said something to my wife. She was very upset. And you told us that we're not allowed to sleep until she started to smile at you? I said, yes, very good. No. So he said, she started to smile at 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock, I went to sleep. I picked him up, even though I'm not that big, Baruch Hashem. I picked him up and I gave him a kiss on the forehead. I said, you're going to be a tzaddik. And Bemet is a tzaddik. That's a Kiddush Hashem. This wife, when she going to look at him, she said, if this is the Torah, that's what I want. Friendship have, love and careness have a price. And that's the price you have to pay. How many kids we have today in the public school? Such a chilul Hashem, our kids, Hashem's kids, going to Goyish schools. And the parents are saying, we want them there. The Torah has nothing to offer to us. I'm not normal. Rav Shimonov not normal. Ilan is not normal. Nobody is normal. Only Forest East High School, they're normal. Are we lost our mind somewhere? Such a chilul Hashem, our kids, Jewish kids will go with the kippah to school. And you don't know what this organization doing for the kids. Amazing, amazing. We have to take them and pick them up and kiss them like mezuzah. That's what they are. They're working day and night. I was in the office, I couldn't believe my eyes. Last year, if you remember, I stood here and I was screaming my lungs out. Since then until now, 260 kids were being taken out of the public school and went to yeshiva. 260. They deserve all the credit. But we have 9,000 more to go. If on this we're not crying, on what we're going to cry? On what? This is our people, Hashem children. How can we sleep at night? We should do everything for this organization to survive, to be able to continue. You don't know how painful is this. They have only a camp in my yeshiva. I cannot take it. I can't. So many mixed marriages. Someone came to me and he's saying, Rabbi Haimoff, don't ask where I was last night. Where were you? With a smile on his face, he says, you shouldn't have been there to see it. What there is to see? He says, a Jewish boy married a non-Jewish girl. They brought on one end a priest, on the other hand was a Reform Reshait. So I looked at him, he had a smile on his face. Why do you have a smile on your face? Are you normal? Why didn't you faint? We got used to it. You got used to it. That's it. We got a heart of a stone. That's all. So what? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Everybody will say, what can I do? Thank God there is one organization that says we can do. They're working day and night. Hashem should give them all the brachot kulam. Everything. They deserve everything. And first thing, you should have nachat from all your children. You're doing for Hashem children, Hashem should take care of yours, Bezrat Hashem.